Focus.
Okay. The guy got over the wall, but unfortunately is stunned and fell over. So all he can do is, ow! All he can do is recover from reeling and slowly drag himself back to his feet. So, you hear this happening on the other side of the wall. So it's your guy's turn again, because the ghost that flew off into the night flies off, and apparently it's so translucent it's hard to see. It disappears from view.
I knew it was going to attack anyone. It just alerted everyone for free.
You could go after it because you have searching and supernatural, but that's up to you.
Also, you can fly.
I absolutely could. I could even fly after it.
Do you want to? I thought you said you did your due diligence.
That's because I can.
Now, you are actually inside the tower, so I should describe that not only is it you are on the 4th floor, the top floor of the tower, because the roof is open and you're hiding lower the roof. There is a smaller room here, and there is a hole in the floor that is stairs that descend. There's also up here in the corners of the room tiny bits of garbage into trays. Not a lot, but just little bits of scrap that lend to the that stench of death. So, and of course, there's the sky above you, overcast and unfeeling.
Always good.
So, what would you want to do, Donovan?
Well, it is my turn. I've used up some magic gifts. Question is, do all my elemental gifts refresh as one?
As a single action, like as an action in the game, you get 2 actions per turn. As an action, you could say I recharge. So as an action, you say I recharge thaumaturgy or I recharge elementalism.
Right. So the thaumaturgy spell and elemental spells are group, and if I use them, I can't use another one until I recharge.
Right. But it's your turn. You get 2 actions. You could recharge one if you want to.
Yes. Recharging is definitely going to be one of my actions, and can I focus with the other, or does that require 2 actions?
Focusing uses up your whole turn. It basically requires 2 actions. Do you have any gifts like secrets of robes or anything like that?
Not yet.
Okay, yeah, he doesn't.
That's definitely what I'm trying to progress to first.
Yeah. The advantage of being a multi-class wizard is you have more spells you can tap. The disadvantage is it's harder to recharge. So you could recharge one of your spells and I guess just guard.
Yes, I can definitely guard. I'll give plenty of bonuses off of that, but nobody is in range to benefit from it. But I am guarding.
Yeah. The reason why it's in the game is people go, I have a second action, I know what to do. Just guard and shut up.
Yup.
Okay. Eldritch, you actually haven't done anything yet this round. You watched your friend stab the guy in the butt and he fell over the wall.
No, I focused.
Oh, you focused. That's right. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of call the combat here because no one's coming back over that wall. Because that one guy fired off a shot and he's he yells at the other guy. It's like, go! Get the wizards or whatever! I don't know what's going on! The guy says, well, I've never seen anything like that! Something's going on! Oh, and then their buddy who went over the wall and survived is going to start howling. So you can hear the 3 guys outside the wall. Ada, you could try to go after them, but you don't know if you're going to engage 1 guy or only 2 after you go over the wall. So, Ada, what are you going to do? You are in the courtyard. I want to repeat that the courtyard there's a tower here with a wooden palisade of a door next to a stone tower. Donovan's up on the roof. And, so you could go in the tower through the palisade. You could try to climb it again. You could jump over the wall and run away. You could do something else.
Well, my plan while I was focusing was that I was going to focus on the wall. Since I had repudiation loaded up, it's a sweep. So I figured if people started, gangbusters over the wall, I could whip them to death with holy magic.
Right.
So I figure if I could hold the line here, maybe Ada can go take a look at the door and see if she can handle that.
So you'll just form a defensive position with repudiates and stereophonic spell and say, okay, I'll take care of goes the door. Ada, you take a look at the door. Ada, you're going to look at the door or do something else?
I actually have a question.
I'm sorry. And because all the bad guys went away, actually you were not afraid anymore anyway. So I'm sorry. Go on. My bad. Go ahead.
Question: Have Am I hurt? Like,
you are still hurt because your debuff of hurt is going to last until the healer heals it, and the healer said, I'm going to use a held action and blast anyone that comes over the wall.
All right, well, I have no real ability to look at a door, so I don't know why I'm just the guy who stabs.
You have no ability to look at a door. Go over there with your fucking eyes and look at the goddamn door.
Fine, I'll look at the damn door. I'll stealth into the door.
Stealthing from what?
Guys, calm down. Ada, it is a wooden palisade door. You could possibly smash it with brute force.
I just...
Okay.
Open it?
Sorry, it's not a wooden door. I correct myself. It's a palisade. It's kind of like, let's say I had a stone tower and I had a stone archway, and I said to myself, I want to keep people from going in here. It's like, well, what if you installed a door? It's like, well, I could install a door, but that would require hinges. Plus, also, I never want anyone going in here ever. So why don't we just board up the entrance? And they're going, oh, okay. Should we do a good job or a shitty job? Well, it's going to be on a plot of land that's surrounded by a stone wall, and plus, I get paid the same if I do a shitty job or a good job. So I'll do a shitty job.
Very shitty.
Right. Plus, also, no one ever comes in here to check to see if how the wood is doing in the infrequent rains and the exposure to the hot air. So basically, the biggest problem with smashing this isn't so much smashing it down, which is pretty easy to do. It's the fact that it would make a fuck ton of noise.
Couldn't I just pry one of the boards and just slip in?
You could attempt to stealthily bypass the door using your mind and craft. You could also attempt to just smash it down by rolling body and some brute force. It's up to you. If you want to stealthily enter, that's going to be a roll of mind, craft, and stealth. And I would give you a bonus D12 if you had the gift of sabotage, which I don't believe you have yet.
I do not.
Okay. Didn't somebody else get sabotage last adventure, or?
Not sure.
Okay, sabotage is a generic thievy gift. It allows you to pick locks, disarm traps, and that kind of stuff. Once again, you guys are level 1 adventurers. You have a lot to earn. Okay, normally I would tell you smashing through is probably a better bet, but I'm also guessing that your stealth is pretty good.
Yeah, my stealth is pretty good, but I have to roll 2d8s and a 2d6. That's all I got.
All right, I believe you can roll.
Believe.
Fuck you, I did it!
3 successes. Not even your favorite use. All right, so you will go ahead and actually pull some of the joints. It's wooden, sticks, and I barely call them boards, nailed into stone. So have you guys ever pulled a nail out of stone before?
Of course.
Yeah, so it makes that kind of sliding. Actually, you're not. Ada's gone. Your elders. I can make you a focus. So yeah, I guess you see them go inside. You go inside. The interior of the tower is pitch black. Since there's no light sources in here at all, not even night vision helps, but your keen ears allow you to hear faint echoes off the wall. It's not exactly the same as echolocation, but yeah, it's a 10 by 10 room. Most importantly, you can hear a dripping noise coming from beneath you, which implies there's a hole in the floor somewhere.
Should we make a low light?
You have low light, but you are on the first floor of a tower that's filled with stone and has no windows. So
no, I mean, should we make low light?
Oh, you mean make a light?
Talk to Theta.
Well, did you guys bring a light?
Theta?
I mean, my stuff is mystic, which means it's not visible. Donovan's the one you want to go to here.
In fact, this is hilarious. You've got Eldritch. He says, well, I've got spells of the spirit and the darkest necromancy that one could behold. I mean, technically he can make a light, but do you remember when I said that mysterious ghost fog that appeared? That's the kind of light he makes. He already made his light, and his light left.
Okay.
Donovan's your elementalist. Donovan will be the light.
Yeah. Donovan has a gazillion spells that all make light.
Can you contact Donovan?
I can guard and make light.
Right. So we'll move on from this in a little bit, because we're probably gonna get out of combat time because no one immediately. So to recap, Ada's on the first floor. Donovan's on the 4th floor, sitting there defensively. Ada disables the palisade and sinks inside. Eldritch, no one immediately comes over the wall. Are you going to wait here until somebody does come over the wall, or do you want to slip inside the tower?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that sort of thing where you like turn back a little bit, you keep your eye on your ally, keep an eye on the front, and you notice he's gone in, so I just slowly, one step after the other, backwards, backtrack my way from the wall to the door.
Okay.
Slip aside.
Donovan, you hear people fiddling around beneath you in the tower.
I could at least reasonably assume maybe they found a way in.
Do you have observation as a skill, right?
That I do.
Yeah, it's probably them because you're in defensive posture.
And there's a hole straight to the bottom.
That's not just a hole, it's a stairway. But you're a bird, so who cares?
I know. So I can basically get my way down to the 1st floor very easily, maybe even straight down.
Now, when I say 1st floor, what you discover when you go from the 4th floor, it's a stairway that goes down from the 4th floor, but it curves at a 45-degree angle. A lot of towers are like this, where you go from the 4th floor to the 2nd floor, and then the 3rd floor, and then the 1st floor.
Ah, right. Gotta make them dizzy.
Well, it's a way you build it, and it also makes it harder for people to invade. This might be, there's just reasons for it. I'm assuming the two of you kind of wait until now. The bad news is there's no way from the 2nd floor to the 1st floor because apparently instead of a stairwell, there's supposed to be a ladder here. But the good news is you're a bird.
Yep.
So
Literature.
So I eventually fall through the hole, and you just want to hold a lightning ball as light.
I don't even have to. I can glow supernaturally by guarding because I have thaumaturgy.
Right. You're like that. You're like a Dark Souls or a modern. You're like a modern video game character. I just shed light. Fuck you.
Yes. Where's light coming from? We don't know anymore.
All right. So as soon as Donovan appears, the bloom in your room takes off because you guys all have low light vision. Okay. Couple things you guys immediately see. First of all, there is an out of place slab. There's some slabs of wood over a hole in the world's most pathetic attempt to hide a hole from somebody. Also, the hole that Donovan fell down, I said there used to be a ladder there. There are very obvious divots in the wall that have been made with a tool as handholds to climb up.
So we could easily just jump up and grab it?
If you have any climbing skill at all, you could climb up.
I have no climbing skill.
Okay, so you'd have to make a roll. But also people could assist you. In other words, someone came in here and put those holes in the wall to climb up. Also, the hole in the floor that has boards over it, that's where you're hearing the water noise from. Do any of you move the boards?
Sure.
Okay, so when you walk over and move the boards, you can see there's a hole in the floor that goes down into a rough-hewn cavern that has water on the bottom of it. You're not exactly sure how the water is moving up and down, so it's turbulent water, but you're not sure how deep it is. A foot, 3 feet, who knows?
I don't suppose I could use my supernatural magic and my ability to manipulate water to just diving rod check out how deep it is.
You can make a roll of mine, swimming and supernatural, as swimming is the skill of all things water.
All right, let's go up to skills.
I spend a lot of time in water, therefore I know water.
In the light, you can easily notice it's dirty, foul-smelling water, like seawater or delta water.
Or stagnant water.
1d4.
It's not stagnant because it's reasonably turbulent.
There are 2 successes here.
It's about waist deep.
All right, that should be fairly safe.
Unfortunately for you, that's where the zombies are.
There might be zombies down there, you don't know.
Well, now that you mention it.
Can somebody detect evil?
The funny part was, I think this is the point where Eldritch Remedy is, if there were zombies down there, then when I cast that triple sixes earlier, it probably would have made the zombies just burst out and attack us. So the odds of zombies being down there are unlikely.
No, they're really good zombies. You know, the kind of zombies that sit around and like, you know what? That call to evil, that's not the right one for us. The right one is when they're just not suspecting.
We have the real call. Dancing.
I mean,
All right.
Oh no,
the
there's
room could be filled with water, and there could be a bunch of zombies down there. And the reason the water's all turbulent is because they're raging. And it's just like a water. What do you call those giant?
Or bear with me on this one. I know it's going to sound crazy, but it could just be an underground water flow.
Yeah. Come on down to Mr. Bones Water Park. We have our best wave machine that's powerful.
I have an even better idea.
Time for the zombie tube ride.
Let's throw a living glow stick into it.
Is that when we have like the water slide funnel and like one person comes out smiling and they're followed by a cascade of body parts?
Correct me if I'm wrong on this though. The air and lightning spells do distribute through water a little bit in this game, don't they?
You're talking about some sort of weird electricity theory that has no bearing in the Middle Ages.
Okay, I thought I had read that in the book. If it's not there, then it doesn't matter. Not gonna do it.
I mean, chain lightning would, but that's not a spell you have yet.
Yeah, chain lightning is high tier magic.
I just have this hilarious bit in my head of zombies just waiting to ambush people in the middle of like water park slides and
alternatively, I could just slosh the water around enough and see if it roughs up anyone down
While
there.
you guys are saying, I mean, it looks to be an underground passage. It goes both. Actually, it dead ends here and heads off somewhere to the east, which is towards the river.
Okay.
I mean, we're looking for a secret group. Maybe this is their method of in and out.
They're
Outside,
definitely not in the tower currently.
you will hear the sound of bronze trumpets being blown, which is a call to arms.
Also, we
It'll
might need a
definitely
way
be our
out. Yeah.
If nothing else, this is an effective escape route. I say we take it.
We definitely need to move those boards back over on our way down.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something better in this room, like maybe a carpet we could also try throwing over it.
I mean, did you see anything good on the way down?
Nothing. There's nothing else here.
Not even discarded clothes of the dead or something.
No.
I wish we kept that.
I mean, aren't you an earth elementalist as well? I mean, technically, sort of. Technically, in that way that you have control of at least all the elemental powers, at least a little bit.
The most control I have over that elemental power is to lift the rock.
Yeah, but
Is there any rocks in that?
All right, so in the interest of urgency, are you guys just going to hang around here until the place is overwhelmed with guards, or are you guys going to...
Definitely not. Donovan is going to go downwards.
Okay, so the hole is a little tight, but you tuck your wings in and go down sploosh. It's river water.
It's not as bad as Shawshank.
No. I mean, it's a river water in a city, so it's not
It's not a sewer. It don't got the poo gas.
Well, technically it is a sewer because it's an underground water supply that's fueled by a river that people dump their garbage in, so yes.
So maybe no fire or electricity spells.
Now that you're down here, can see the walls. These walls don't look like they were dug out by tools. These walls look like they were dug out by repeated and long, tedious uses of moving earth spells.
And that's just plain and apparent.
That seems to me like some sort of magical secret.
Yep. It's definitely right. It is definitely some sort of magical creation secret. But the walls have those telltale signs of like little ball-sized gouges when you guys manipulate stuff without the scratch marks of tools.
Okay, so let's get the fuck out of here, guys.
So Donovan is in the lead and lit up. I guess you're gonna do Eldritch next, and Ada brings up the rear.
Yeah, sure. And I will make sure to put the boards back in place as well as I can.
Okay, I need you to make a roll of mind and deceit.
Let me check my deceit. Oh, it's a D6.
Yeah, you should have deceit because it comes with assassin. Hello, are you an assassin? No, I have passed the assassin test.
Wait, assassins have deceit?
Oh, do they? What isn't it part of your
No,
career?
they have brawling, melee combat, and stealth.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Does anybody want to help me? Like, say that's a good job or not?
I mean, I got a D10 deceit.
Does the actual liar want to do it? Why don't you make a roll of mind and deceit?
Who?
Since Eldritch is a professional necromancer, which means he has a lot of deceit.
Who told you that?
Well, that's good enough.
I mean, you got a D10 to get a 4 now. So should I help him anymore, or is that it?
Well, I mean, isn't mine an assist for him?
Guys, you place the boards.
Okay.
Okay. As you travel down the passageway, it only has one direction to get into, but also because it is a stone passageway, you'll notice that it's got frequent shoring up supports that are made of wood. Whoever built this tunnel knew how to build a tunnel.
Good.
To learn more about how a tunnel is built, you can make a roll of mind, academics, and digging.
Well, I can roll 2 of those out of 3. One success.
Okay.
2 successes.
With the 2 successes Eldritch has, not only, I mean, first of all, you guys can recognize that the beams here are kinds of supports, but also with 2 successes, the person who dug out, person or persons who dug out this tunnel, not only, has sort of like every now and then the tunnel bows downwards and comes back up. So sometimes you have to get up to your shoulders in water, and other times, you might be in your ankles. These supports are put in such a way that if these wooden supports were destroyed by an axe or by spell, the tunnel would most likely collapse. It was designed to be purposefully collapsible, like some sort of secret entrance.
You should be cautious.
Hopefully it wouldn't collapse the entire thing.
If there was a lot of loud noises or like area effect magic in here, it might collapse it. But I'm also pointing out it's also possible to collapse the tunnel behind you. It's designed to be collapsible.
Right.
So, do you leave the tunnel intact?
Yes. That's
Okay.
my vote.
And you're the elementalist who has the best who can do ranged distance attacks and destroy wood. So, all right. If no one destroys the tunnel, to travel along the tunnel is going to be a roll of speed and swimming because you're mostly in water.
Okay.
Oh boy, that brings one of my swimming dice up to D8 instead of D4.
Yeah.
But fortunately, I got swimming just last time.
I might.
I'm prepared for today.
What happens if I fail this,
Well, it's like that.
Rich?
7. It's 1.
1.
Yeah. Well,
Eldritch drowns to death on the way.
No. Eldritch, you become fatigued.
I didn't fail. I mean, I failed, but...
Oh, no, wait, I'm sorry. If anybody fails, I don't know if you guys have ever waded through waist-deep water for, like, several yards. But if you fail the roll, you become fatigued.
I'm in a hurricane territory. I know what that's like.
Oh, yeah. So you know what that's like. Eldritch, you will become fatigued, and actually you will fall under the water, and as you'll fall in the water and inhale a frightening amount of it as you slip on water. As I mentioned, sometimes it gets pretty low. So Eldritch, unfortunately, you will also become injured.
Awesome.
So somebody needs to do their healing thing.
No, you can't do that to injured.
You can only heal hurt, but not injured.
Injured is a long-term thing. Injured sucks.
In game terms, the hurt debuff is really any apprentice cleric can remove it. Injured is only journeyman level.
Remember that giant fight you got into? I just got hurt worse by drowning almost.
Okay.
This is why we need to. This is a cautionary tale for us being pirates. We need to put shit in.
Now, Griffin, you have one, and no one has 2 successes to burn to give you an assist bonus. Griffin, you have 1 success. Do you want to ditch your friends because you can wade through this faster than they can, or do you hang back and with your drowning friends and stay with them?
Oh, I'm definitely not going to split up from them.
Okay, just asking. You guys can do that.
Yeah.
All right. So while Eldritch almost drowns, and you guys resuscitate him using medieval using medieval methods of
Slapping him
CPG.
away.
Hold him upside down. Wait, hold him upside down. He's just underwater. Ah, you idiots! This isn't working.
Blow smoke up his ass. That's a thing, by the way. Look that shit up.
Balance his humors, quick.
Okay, you will. You've traveled several yards. The passageway doesn't seem to have a lot of bends, but it is dark. But Griffith, unfortunately, you guys will hear splashing noises. A couple dozen paces past you because your slow progress. You can hear that someone else is invading the tunnel at the end you guys just came from.
Should we collapse the tunnel?
You could press on, rolling your speed and swimming. Or you could collapse the tunnel.
Well, at least now we have a reason to.
So what do you want to do?
Let's collapse that ass.
Well, now we're going to have to. So I will go ahead and go through the motions.
Collapsing the tunnel, I assume your best spell is air, right?
Correct.
Collapsing the tunnel will require a roll of mind, weather sense, and supernatural.
No craft.
No, because he's just it's yeah.
Okay.
No, he's using air magic, so no. If he was just gonna go ahead and manipulate it, I'd let him use craft. I assume you're just gonna blow the supports out.
Yeah, basically. Weather sense and supernatural, which definitely gives me a huge bonus.
Right. I mean, you're a professional wizard, so.
Okay.
And also, you want a fair number of successes because you don't actually want to injure anybody. Because also, the ceiling collapsing is going to disrupt the water.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Wow! You will manage to suddenly there's a whoosh and a crack, and you can collapse the tunnel. Do you want to do a cascade and collapse the tunnel and try to catch anyone in it? Or do you just want to collapse the tunnel?
I'm not out for blood here. I'm not going to murder everyone who was chasing after us.
You collapse the tunnel. There's a splashing noise. None of you are at any risk. 4 successes. You like a boss. Whooshing lightning and yellow sparks, and you do it exactly the way it was intended.
So now we can just take our time and get the hell out.
Well, yeah, I won't make you guys roll. You guys can try to take it easy. Do any of you have a body of D8 or better, or is this Nerd Patrol?
This is Nerd Patrol here.
D6.
D4.
Okay. You since you're not in a big hurry, Eldritch, why don't you make a roll of speed and swimming with a bonus D8 as the two of these guys support you?
Fails twice. Dies from drowning.
Right, and also some of you are fatigued, so but no. You will eventually the passageway leads out to where it has where it arches downwards into water, but either of the two healthy people can just go out under the water and come back up, and it comes back up into the river somewhere in the city. There's like floating trash here and garbage, and you're near one of the canals.
Joy.
Yeah.
You could wander around this. It's still night. Back in the direction that you guys came from, you can see the tower, and it's got those of you with night vision can see that there is a secretary bird flying around it in circles. They look like they might be a wizard because they got weird jewelry and stuff. But no, they haven't lit the tower on fire, nor are they firing bullets into it wildly.
There could be someone in there sneaking in. Blow up the tower now.
Now that you've recovered, do you want to? Where do you want to go?
Oh, this is where it exited out. If you were going to track anyone down, this would be the spot to do it from.
Tracking somebody is a roll of mind. Searching. You get a D12 bonus from tracking, and I'll even give you a D8 bonus because you've spent so much time in the tower and saw some things. Does anyone have searching? I think Donovan actually has it.
I sure do. I just need to not accidentally delete it from my sheet here.
Okay, because I think you get searching from Thaumaturge, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
and I put points into it because I care.
Right.
Well, I think it's is it a prerequisite for teleport? I forget.
I don't know if it's for anything. I just know I wanted it. So let's see. So mine, searching, and D8, and I have favored use for tracking, so I can re-roll this if I want to.
And I forgot to ask Eldritch, are you rolling on your own or are you assisting?
For
the tracking roll.
I wasn't participating.
I
am so
fatigued.
I am so fatigued that I think Eldritch is just resting while everybody else goes about looking.
Okay.
I pump it up to 3 successes.
Okay, so yeah, you can see that there are money photos. With 3 successes, you can see that there are with the smell of the spore and also some of the muddy footprints, you can see signs that there has been people through here. Most conspicuously, you'll see seal footprints, as seals are species in this book.
Oh, ooh, that's very interesting then.
They lead up the bank and to a suspicious looking the most suspicious looking building is a short 1-story structure. It kind of has what I call the adobe type structure where it's baked clay and you can see the wooden crossbar posts kind of poking out. So it's modern structure. It's not ancient. Most of the buildings by the river are modern structure because the ancient ones tended to fall into the river.
Of course.
You sliding down that's what a delta is. We're just sliding into the sea, guys. It is next when you guys come out of the water, you come out what at one point might have been a wooden pier, but it's probably collapsed because you can still see like hints of the stone supports under the water, like the big square slabs. And that building looks like it might have been a warehouse at some point. It's got that stone, like a lot of those right angle rocky supports where people have tried to shore up, to keep from sliding into the sea. That building looks to be might be some kind of warehouse or storehouse or some kind of business. They're not flying any signs out front, which is a little weird. But the trail leads right to its door. The door is closed. It's night, and they don't have any signs to say they're open or anything.
I believe your slippery aquatic mammal is in here.
The windows are shuttered because we don't have glass. And the bar is barred from the inside. There's also a roof.
Well, what would you like to do, Eldritch? You could always knock.
Yes. I guess I'll stumble forwards and knock on the door.
Okay. When you knock politely on the door, there's no answer. Do you persist or do something else?
Use the Kamehameha wave to defeat the door.
Well, I didn't know if you wanted to pound on the door and be rude, or if you want to do something else. The door, like most doors in this time period, it's barred from the inside. It does not have a lock because those are expensive.
I mean, I'll pound. It seems like there's an important matter that needs to be discussed.
After a while, the door. Okay, this is important. Those of you outside will see that a light appears on the roof. Like as if somebody put a lantern onto the roof. And then you'll hear from inside some muttered noises, sound something like, hey, hold your water. I'm coming. And you'll hear the bar of the door slide, and a seal, a male seal specifically, opens the door about a hand's breadth to look at the lot of you. He pointedly has his hand behind his back, probably on stick or a bat or something like that. It says, "Who comes here at this hour of the night? It's forbidden to transact business at night by order of the, by order of Her Majesty. You'll have to come back tomorrow."
My name is Eldritch, and we just destroyed your secret tunnel.
Well, the seal is going to, pause a moment as his eyes widen. Then he narrows a bit and looks at you, like skeptical, like he's about to say, like,
After that whole emotional response I can see on his face, I'm gonna add, like, I was holding back a moment. Unintentionally.
Don't forget to mention the evil ghost we released from the Malice and Content use something.
The seal is going to open the door wider. He most pointedly had he does have a stick.
A rod or a wand?
It looks like it's definitely a war club.
Okay.
Traditionally, seals will fight with small balanced clubs that are filled with lead, so they'll actually sink at that magic level of buoyancy.
In this world, seals club you.
Right, in this world, seals club you. Also, swords rust.
Yes.
So,
very, very pragmatic.
Ironically, they also have the best songs.
Oh, I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but we did pick up the
Seal bards, am I right?
The sword and the shield.
Yeah, congratulations, you have a sword and shield.
Yeah,
they are of great tier quality.
Give it to someone. Bam.
All right, inside quickly. It'll just look pointedly.
Shuffle.
All right. Look, if you've come, the seal will size the three of you. Say, if you've come here to, to extort money from me, I'm not a great person of means. I can give you, I have 2 kegs of honey wine, and no money, as I'm in creditor. You can take those and go and never speak of this again.
We were looking for the Black Angels.
Dun dun dun! I need you to make a roll of will and inquiry.
Wow, I misjudged the thing I would need to roll. I was hoping for some sort of negotiation to happen.
Well, you said we're looking for the Black Angels. You didn't say what you were offering.
And I will offer you not to be robbed.
We'll offer you your life.
Maybe backtrack on that a little bit.
Offering someone their own life is a negotiate. I mean, like, you say you want the Black Angels, and you didn't say in return for anything. Plus, also, I might deny knowing the Black Angels, which is why I need you to roll will and inquiry, because inquiry is the ability to see if I'm lying to you.
That's fair.
I mean, but then anybody can see that,
One
right?
success.
Well, it depends how many successes you need. I might be a professional liar and have lots of deceit.
No, you're not.
Bad thing about liars is that we can't identify one another.
Also, Eldritch, I will give you a bonus D8 because you've had an adventure today, and have evidence of Black Angel involvement.
Oh, nice.
Right. Because normally, like, I could deny the Black Angels, and you're just going to point out, well, we did go to a place they're known to hang out, saw a suspicious figure, and walked through a passage carved by Eldritch might.
If there's anything, Eldritch looks wet, tired, injured.
Right.
He's not up for it. Just tell me what you know, god damn it. Heloise, damn it.
The seal is going to look at you and say, "How do I know you're not? How do I know you're not occupation agents? To even admit such a thing is to court reprisals by them."
Look, I come from the Church of Saint Joy. You know what I'm saying.
No, I don't, because I barely understand your foreign accent. But I'll let it go.
Yes, this heavy Russian accent I speak in.
Why would the seal's going to pause? Still hasn't given you his name. He's going to pause. The only reason why foreign devils would ever come here looking for the Black Angels is because they're on their personal jihad to wipe them out. I'm familiar with your Inquisitions and your Templars.
I personally believe in the Athanasia, and I seek enlightenment, and I believe that they can provide such for me.
I had nothing better to do this weekend.
If you want to prove that he's not out to rid the world of evil spirits, he certainly conjured one earlier.
You have no idea that happened.
No, actually, Donovan is pretty...
I know quite well. I stared it in its face.
No. I mean that you have no idea what was going on downstairs. You have no idea that that's me.
No. He has some idea what's going on upstairs. When that ghost manifests, he says, I think someone opened a gate to the netherworld. I wonder if that's the guy downstairs casting necromantic spell.
First time I casted a necromantic spell, so you have no idea.
Yeah,
I'm an almoner.
I'm an almoner. Just keep sticking.
Hey, no, I literally just brought up the whole Athanasia thing, so I mean, I'm an almoner. You have no fucking idea.
Didn't this guy sense the presence in the force from the evil ghosts?
Yeah, the seal's gonna rub his forehead and say, I looked at the two of you, and you do look indeed like wizards and foreign. I don't know what. And he's gonna kind of point at Ada and says, and don't tell me what you do. I don't want to know.
Are you sure?
He looks at you kind of way. It's like you're either another weirdo wizard or an assassin, and possibly both. So don't tell me what you do. I don't want to know. Well, it's clear that you have come here seeking secrets. I do not know the secrets, but I know those who do. And perhaps they could be a judge of your intentions. And there's three of you, so I suppose if you're going to murder me, you're just going to do it anyway. And if from what I hear of the noise and tumult that is coming from the direction of the tower, and the fact that you said you've collapsed the tunnel, I suppose there's going to have to be some arranging of affairs. Okay. I can't help you, but I know who can. How would I find you?
Well, presumably we'll be sitting here in your room waiting for you to get back.
None of us can stay here, he says, because that tunnel leads to here, and this will be the first place they look.
I mean, how long
If
will
you
it
want
take
to
them?
reach us again, you could find us aboard the Theophanis.
Well, the passageway you collapsed leads out to here, so if they do some extrapolation, they're going to be walking up and down the river. So they'll eventually find this place. Fortunately, this is a place that can easily be discarded. Now I'm going to leave, and I suggest that the rest of that you do the same. If you're the one seeking secrets and I'm the one who have them, I can arrange something, but you'll have to tell me where or how to contact you. This is all I can offer you.
Back at the Church of St. Joyer.
All right. He looks at you, says, he looks at you with a kind of look like he doesn't quite know where that is, but since you mentioned it's a location, he looks like the kind of guy who has a special set of skills and could find it. All right, so meet Eldritch at the St. Joyer. You are a very determined person, and it is better to deal with people like yourselves. Help yourself to the wine, because I'm leaving. And with that, he gathers up I guess it's a waxen-proof, like a weatherproof bag. He bagged his go bag.
His bug-out bag.
Yeah, because he apparently has one. And it basically is going to leave the rest of you in charge of the place.
Necromancy is super illegal in this place, right?
Well, it's funny. It's not as illegal as it is in other places. The Anatolian
we did have the discussion earlier.
Yeah, the Anatolian Empire, which occupies the place, has declared that necromancy is illegal. So in city limits, yes, if you're caught practicing necromancy and the Anatolians catch you. However, you could find sympathizers. This isn't like Calabria or Jean Gau, where it's universally despised.
Right.
And you may find sympathizers. In fact, the Black Angels are specifically the sympathy movement.
But you did say there were 2 casks of something here. What specifically were they again?
I want to say honey wine, but it's actually honey mead. Beekeeping is very popular around here.
Very well then. 2 casks of honey mead.
And by casks, I mean they're about like a cubit, like an arm length high. They're actually, they will burden you. None of you have the gift of strength.
Absolutely.
Nerd Patrol!
Dun, dun, dun.
Which means which unfortunately means the 2 fatigued people can't carry them.
Well,
So-
I guess that means the bird will have to do it.
You can only carry 1.
All right, I will go write down 1 cask of honey.
Okay, I will need you guys to make a roll of mind, observation, stealth, and you get a bonus d12 if you have danger sense, and you get a bonus d12 if you have city knowledge.
I have danger. Wait, yeah, I have danger sense. So what is that? Okay.
I just put it in the chat. Mind, observation, stealth, an extra d12 of danger sense, an extra d12 of city knowledge, and anything else that might help you wander through the city streets during a magical crisis to not make the police pull you over for looking suspicious. Eldritch, you're fine.
Even though I wander around soaking wet, tired, and injured. Some shit just happened to that guy, but he melded into the crowd good.
Yeah. Well, you know not to be obvious, not to scream at the top of your lungs. You've also spent a lifetime concealing. I've spent a lifetime concealing the fact that I dabble in Eldritch horrors beyond the pale.
I do really well. I'm not suspicious at all carrying a cask.
Right. I'm not really worried about your party because you guys are... well, also, don't forget that you were seen. So the idea that someone can see you. So you avoid obvious city streets, and even though you're fatigued, you guys will eventually get home without getting pulled over. You don't have to re-roll any ones or anything like that. I mean, once again, you guys may be the nerd patrol, but you are the sneaky ambush patrol. None of, like, this would only be a problem if you guys were all, like, horse knights or whatever.
Oddly enough, I did not anticipate our skills lining up in that way, so that's really good.
No, so you guys will get... Yeah, you guys will...
Fine.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just making a joke. I can't believe I was front line then.
Yeah, because you're the most... Right. Well, you guys could have gone either way. If you rolled a little better, you might have killed the guy. You were this close to killing the guy instantly. That's the tricky thing about assassinations. Either it kills him instantly or it's a fight. You will get home having successfully brokered with the meeting. So this is going to go ahead and start a bigger snowballing cluster. So I'm thinking